You think the people around you are just normal friends, family, coworkers. But what if some of them are slowly draining you without you noticing it? Not loudly, not obviously, but silently every single day. You feel tired, unmotivated, and confused about why life feels heavier than it should. Here's the truth you don't want to hear. It is not always stress. Sometimes it is the people closest to you. And the most dangerous part is you do not even realize it is happening because they do not attack you. They just slowly shrink your energy. And by the time you notice, you are already different, less confident, less excited, and less like yourself. What if the biggest weight in your life is walking beside you every day? And the scariest part is they never feel like enemies. Every person in your life affects your mindset in some way. Some lift you up and some pull you down without saying a word. You don't always notice it because it feels normal at first. A joke here, a comment there, small negativity disguised as truth. Over time, your mind adjusts to it and starts accepting it as reality. You stop questioning how you feel around them. You just think you are tired lately or not motivated. But deep inside, something is quietly shifting. Your energy is not fully yours anymore. And this is where it gets dangerous. When influence becomes invisible, slowly, you stop recognizing your own emotional state. And that is how control begins without force or noise. Most people think draining relationships are obvious. They imagine fights, arguments, or toxic behavior that is easy to spot. But real energy drain does not look like that at all. It hides inside normal conversations and daily interactions. You might even laugh with these people every day. You might trust them completely without a second thought. That is why you never question their impact on you. You assume if nothing bad is happening, everything is fine. But silence can also be harmful in subtle ways. And not all damage comes from conflict or drama. Some of it comes from constant influence you do not notice at all. The hidden truth is simple but uncomfortable. People don't need to attack your dreams to stop you. They just need to doubt them consistently. They don't have to destroy your confidence. They just question it slowly over time. A single voice repeated again and again slowly becomes your inner voice. That is how influence works without you noticing it. You start hearing their beliefs inside your own thoughts every day. And then you stop realizing which thoughts are actually yours anymore. This is why some people feel stuck, even when nothing is truly wrong in their life. It is not visible damage. It is emotional conditioning happening quietly, and it builds slowly over time until it feels like your own personality. What was once outside pressure becomes your internal rulebook. Energy draining people don't always mean harm. Most of the time, they don't even know what they're doing, but their patterns stay consistent and predictable over time. They complain more than they create anything meaningful. They criticize more than they support or encourage others. They react with negativity before understanding anything positive around them. When you spend enough time around that energy, your mind starts adapting to it slowly. Your expectations begin to lower without you noticing the shift. Your excitement fades and your thinking becomes heavier day by day. Even your goals start feeling unrealistic inside your own head. It is not magic. It is repetition shaping your mindset. Whatever surrounds you constantly starts shaping you slowly over time. That is why your environment is not just physical space. It is psychological influence that changes how you see yourself every day. And it quietly decides your emotional state more than you realize. There comes a moment when something clicks inside you. You realize you don't feel the same anymore as before. You're not as confident, not as excited, not as free. And suddenly you ask yourself, when did this change happen? That is the shift you never expected to notice. You start seeing patterns you ignore for years without question. The same conversations, the same negative tone, the same draining effect. And for the first time, you see it clearly and honestly. It was never sudden at all. It was slow and gradual. And that realization hits hard because it changes how you see everything. Nothing changed overnight, but everything changed over time around you. If nothing changes, the impact becomes deeper over time. You start doubting your own potential without even realizing it. You stop taking risks and avoid anything that feels uncertain. You begin playing smaller in life just to feel safe and accepted. Your dreams don't disappear completely, but they start feeling farther away. And the worst part is, you start calling the state normal life. But deep inside, you know something important is missing. That missing piece is your real energy and natural drive. It is the version of you before outside influence slowly took over your thinking. And every day without change makes that distance even bigger inside you. The solution is not to blame everyone around you. It is to become aware of how you feel after interactions. Ask yourself one simple question. Do I feel lighter or heavier after this person? That answer tells you more than their words ever will. Start limiting exposure to constant negativity in your daily life, not by cutting everyone off, but by setting emotional boundaries. Balance your environment with people who challenge and also support you. Spend time with those who expand your thinking, not shrink it. And most importantly, rebuild your own internal voice step by step, so no external opinion can quietly replace it again in your mind. Train yourself to notice influence before it becomes identity. Awareness is the first protection, not physical distance or isolation. When you see clearly, you regain control over your energy again. Not everyone around you is draining you, but some might be. And the scariest part is they may not even know it all. But now you do, and that changes everything moving forward. Once you see it clearly, you cannot unsee it again. The real question is not who is affecting you anymore. It is how long you will allow it to continue in your life, because awareness without action changes nothing in the end.